What's going on, my crew? This is Jay. Welcome back to another episode of Jay's Adventures. And what are we doing today? Today we're back in the Roman town for probably a little while. And one of the things that I talked about with you guys is... Not the yawns again. Man, every time I film, sometimes I get like these yawn attacks. With this being our town center at this point, the forum that is, I would like to start building some houses and stuff a little bit on the outskirts. So for those of you that need a little bit of a refresher or maybe are new, this Roman town, what they have is they have like a little forum, and basically what that is people get together, and the marketplace will be here, and a shrine to some goddess or god, and a couple other shrines, and then at the back is where everybody meets for huge meetings, like, you know, when the Senate meets or when they're trying to put somebody on trial. So that's where that's at. But today I really wanted to focus on a more important part, I think, of this area. Actually, I don't want to eat rotten flesh. And that would be the housing. So obviously this is going to get burnt at some point in time, but right now I really want to focus on what the poor housing might look like if it's not an apartment, because this I'm probably going to make into just a simple village, and I'm not going to make it into a city or anything like that. But I just want to pick a spot out here, and one that looks decent, like this one. Clear it out of this, and we're just going to make a smaller house. And this is sort of free flow, so I just want to warn you guys. If some of you guys are used to me building with a purpose or building with a plan, not exactly the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that there's at least 5 blocks on the inside. That will give it so there's at least a little bit of a hallway where we can put one. And this is where, more than likely, they're going to have 5 or 6 people live in it, which I know sounds crazy, but believe me, it's not. So we're going to start off by marking some areas down. So we'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Okay. Now I just want to warn you guys before we get started too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though I'm building on camera like this, usually I don't do this just because I get distracted easily. So I'm hoping that when I do this, I can successfully do it without getting too distracted. And nightfall comes quickly, I think. Our tools are running out, but I'm going to actually go get some diamonds and stuff like that. And pretty soon here, we're going to go over to a desert village, which is like right over there. And I want to import some villagers to here and make a villager baby thing. Alright. Do. Very good. Alright. So that's going to be the inside here. And let's just plan it out before we get too far. So in the inside chamber here, the one thing that I want to do is I want to have in the inner area a spot right here where the rainwater will fall so they can drink it. Because even the poor people need some sort of well. And that will add an open area, which is much like this. And much like modern society, I think it's going to be very important to add aspects of the rich to the poor, because everybody wants to look rich, even if they're poor. And then we'll have a little bit of a bedroom, maybe a big room in the back here, where there will be a bedroom. So this can be the bedroom here, and this will just be the main hall. Maybe we'll have some kitchen stuff right here, a fireplace, where they can get their heat. Of course, if I remember correctly, most Romans didn't have fireplaces. You just kept the cold out and kept things in, at least in the southern areas where it was typically warm. Alright, let's raise this up. We're going to have the ceiling slightly high. So there's that. And what we'll do is we'll take a quick nap and get it done in the morning. I can't wait to get the actual like nice house going. And once we get these things down and really start to see how things will work, I think things are going to get a lot easier. It's just getting a template, if you will, down at first. That's going to be difficult. I always make this pizza. Well, I don't personally make it, but I buy it. And it's dries your mouth out so bad. And it's crazy. And but I love the pizza. And I don't know what to do when I get to that place, because your mouth gets so dry that like the back of your throat starts to get dry too. I don't think I want it that tall. There we go. I don't know if I like the pizza. I really do. It's enjoyable. But if it can keep making my mouth dry, I don't know. Okay. I need to figure out what I want to do for the walls. And I think what we're going to do is just a little bit of wood. We don't want too much, but we're going to go with the darker wood for the roof, because we've got so much of these. I think we can get away with doing birch. Okay. So they're not going to have a big seated area, like a throne room, for this family, because they're poor and, you know, they're not going to be able to. But one thing I do want to do... No, they wouldn't have shops, because the poor are typically slaves. And basically what that means is that they're working on farms or working for other people. I'm pretty sure they didn't have the concept of a slave. I think it was more... I mean, yeah, there were slaves, but I think... And I'm probably wrong about this, so I need to check my sources, and I'll get back to you on it next episode. But from what I remember, a lot of times, if you were, you know, just a slave or whatever you want to call it, it was more that you didn't like have your own store. You worked for somebody else, which of course is more of a servant than a slave. A slave we typically consider not having a choice in the matter. But this is more indentured servitude, which is, of course, you make money, and the hope is that when you make enough money, you can move and get a bigger housing, like in America with capitalism. It's the idea, anyways. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Depends on who you are. You know what? I think it might be that the water, going back to my dry mouth problems, I think I might need to, like, drink something that helps. This is gross. Induce saliva. I think that'll help me. Alright. Now, here's the tricky part of this. Alright. Now what you guys are going to see is we need to add a little bit of a hole into the top for the rainwater to come down. And that's going to end up being right here. So I want to add this little wall at the top here. And let me just outline this so that I can get an idea. I think I know what we're supposed to do, but no, right, okay. We're gonna do a little bit of slope. Little bitty slope. Right here. And this will help direct the rainwater, sort of like a watershed, the rainwater is either going to go off the roof or it's going to go on the roof and into the little water well down there, which in theory would be slanted down into that hole, but you know. Now the thing that I find interesting about this is, oh, we did it wrong. Oh yeah, okay, I see what we did. We want to knock this back by 1, which actually works a lot better considering this. So we'll raise this up by 1. Alrighty. And then we should be able to work out correctly. The thing that I've always found interesting about the Roman architecture in regards to the little water well there is, how did they not get sick off that? I'm thinking, I think this is how I want it to go. And then I think, no, I know what we're gonna do. I want to do a bit of a slant. What am I doing? There we go. Okay. Do it like that. And like this. Okay. Now this doesn't usually happen. And we'll modify it as we go along. But I think as far as a Roman style house, this is gonna work, I think, until we get things a little bit better. So walking in on the inside, you have the roof open, and that's gonna give the rainwater down, and then the bedroom in the back, where everybody's gonna sleep. So we're gonna need to get lots of beds in here, and let's go get some torches and light this up. I'm trying to figure out where a good place to take a picture would be. Right here, maybe. Print screen. So, I need to make a few more of these, but I think one of the things that we need to do right off the bat is find a job for whatever person this guy is in the house. And I think the best thing for us to do to give this guy a job is, I think he should be working in the mines, because I need diamonds. But, yeah, I think he should be working in the mines so that we can get some coal. Do we even have torches? Oh, crap. Well, that's going to be a zombie haven. Nope, we got torches. Good. Because clearly we need some coal and some iron, and especially diamonds and gold. And the more gold we get, the better off our town is going to be. I don't like that cobble at the top. We'll have to find something different. But just to refresh our memories a little bit, for those of you guys that don't know, I'm going to pop into creative really quickly to show you guys what a real Roman house, or the rich house, the villa, will look like. I think this is what I'm looking for. Yes, it is. Alright. No, actually it's not. Roman templates. There we go. Toggle that downfall. So this right here is what the architecture is going to look like in the end for a lot of our places, where you got the acacia wood for the top, and the clay. Whoa. For this. Now, for some of you guys, you may be thinking, that looks really strange. I don't know if I like it. You got to remember that a lot of times they're not looking at an aerial view. They're looking like right here. And these are the villas. So we're going to have a shop here, a shop there, and then in here, now we start to see the real Romanism, which a lot of the times they're actually going to have things like, you know, plants here and there and all that stuff. It's going to be a lot of green on the inside when we're done. These are like little bedrooms. kitchens and all that stuff. Now, normally I'd want to make a huge room and stuff like that, but I just can't. And then, of course, we've got the Roman apartment buildings. And these, again, are not what you typically think of a Roman area to look like. So I just want to set the stage for that for you guys. When you guys are thinking, well, I don't know, Jay, this doesn't look really Roman to me. It's not going to necessarily be exactly what you guys think, but what it is going to be is pretty darn accurate to the real architecture. And I think it will teach us to learn a good building style, because I really like these innerd areas right here, where you have a lot of open area, and you have these back gardens like this, where you have to get creative on what kind of flowers are going to be there and what kind of stone we're going to put there. And I think it works well. And it'll be cool to find different variants of how to build these things and put them in here. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check out tomorrow. We're going to be doing Casecraft episode, and that's going to be quite fun. And I want to thank some people who were at the live stream. The Chicken Assassin and Summer Sim, a couple of people that I haven't seen in a long time, as well as Just In Case. Thank you for all of you that showed up, and hopefully soon we'll do another little live stream. Should be fun. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it, and until next time, happy mining and crafting.